It is the Kiss Hard Round the World. After a phenomenal ending to the Monday Night Raw main event between Becky Lynch, who, by the way, I don't believe is going anywhere. I don't think she's signing with AEW. AEW stands, don't get your hopes up. I think Becky Lynch will be taking a break. A&E, which has done some phenomenal documentaries, by the way, and they have a great show, WWE Rivals. They have a great show, WWE's Most Wanted Treasures. If you have not checked out those programs on A&E, they air Sunday nights. Currently, they're airing another season of biographies right now. Eddie Guerrero's just there this past week. I still gotta watch that. But they're phenomenal content. I think Becky Lynch may reveal her future in that upcoming documentary that A&E is doing. That's my prediction. Um, with that being said, after a phenomenal ending that put all the pieces together with Braun Strowman, who was obviously running around all night chasing JD McDonough, he finally finds him chasing around ringside. Dominic Mysterio, who's trying to help Becky Lynch crawl for the door, ends up getting smacked into the steel cage by Strowman. The cage hits Becky Lynch in the face. Very creative ending, allowing Liv Morgan to slip through the cracks, slip through the door, retain her Women's World Championship, and then that stare, and then that kiss. And with Becky Lynch going away now we have our summer storyline that will end at SummerSlam, Cleveland, Ohio. Liv Morgan, the Women's World Champion, as a heel against babyface returning mommy Rhea Ripley, potentially for Dominic Mysterio, because I don't think that Dominic Mysterio will be fully entrenched here with Liv Morgan. I think he will sort of be in the middle. I think that Rhea Ripley may be wanting her Dom back, and Dom may not know what to do. And the custody of Dominic may be up for grabs again. But this time, instead of Ray and Eddie fighting over him, with Rhea and Liv fighting over him, Dominic, being a man, has a decision to make, and Dominic may end up going with Liv Morgan. I think that would be phenomenal to have, the custody of Dominic and the Women's World Championship up there. And it would be funny, by the way, if Dom gave the custody to Liv and the Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley, because that would be what Dominic Mysterio would do in a ladder match, because Dirty Dom is a dumb piece of crap, if you will. But this was a very interesting development. We know that unfortunately in the US, the feed cut off, but everybody posted on the internet. We saw it immediately, right after Raw went off the air. And this is a unexpected way. I thought that they would slowly get into this Liv Dominic Mysterio storyline, but Liv Morgan jumped right in. And the interesting thing here is, if you go back to when Rhea Ripley injured Liv Morgan last summer, when Liv came back, she told Rhea she's going to take everything away from her. And she injured Rhea. She's now taken her championship from Becky Lynch, which, as I mentioned, at Night of Champions, I thought was a very good match. And now she's looking to take her man from her Dom Dom. And I predicted this. When Rhea Ripley went down with that injury with the Women's World Championship, I said the Judgment Day would fall apart without her. And it looks like right now the only person carrying his weight in the Judgment Day is the world champion Damian Priest, who I predict is on a collision course with the ring general Gunther at SummerSlam. And when Priest loses that world championship, depending on whatever Mommy does with the Women's World Championship, Mommy may be the only person in the Judgment Day with gold, or there may be no person in the Judgment Day with gold come after SummerSlam, which could eventually create the Judgment Day breakup, which could lead us maybe to the big match of WrestleMania 41 between Damian Priest and Finn Balor, who were obviously the two Ed Honchos here for the Judgment Day ever since June 2022, when they turned on the then rated R superstar Edge, obviously now Adam Copeland, who sadly broke his leg this past week at Double or Nothing. But I'm very intrigued in this storyline. Again, I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm interested to see when Mommy returns. It could be at Money in the Bank. With Morgan won Money in the Bank before and cashed in. It could also be a situation where Rhea Ripley uses Money in the Bank, cashes in on Liv, and then Rhea enters, SummerSlam as champion. There are so many interesting options that they can go with here. And I think that the WB creative team, I'm just excited to see where this storyline goes.
Like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.